Good morning and welcome everyone on this beautiful spring day. Welcome to the month of May and the theme of nurturing beauty. And I just want to offer an invitation throughout this month when we meet here. I want to welcome anyone to bring spring flowers you might find growing in your yard or along a riverbank. Beautify our altar for the month of beauty. Before we get started this morning, Pam Landry has a couple of announcements.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to let you know that our annual meeting is coming up on June 5th. And so I would very much like all of our
Annual reports
to become due, so anyone who is in charge of the committee, if they could send them to me, I would really appreciate it. And looking ahead, on May 15th, we'll be having a Circle RE Sunday where we'll join the folks at UCMH, Marlboro Hudson Church, and we'll do that in person and also online.
So that,
go ahead.
Just to clarify that will be all three churches in our Circle RE program will have an in-person service at Hudson Marlboro Church. And we'll also broadcast it online. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Jiwon, who's here with us today. They are a senior in the sociology department at Princeton, and they're doing a research project for a class on the sociology of religion and are looking to do a few interviews with folks and hear some of our thoughts and experiences on the relationship between our queer trans identity and our UU religion. Hi, Jiwon.
Hi, thanks, Pam, for that great introduction. She said pretty much all of it, but I'd like to just say a quick thing. Again, as Pam said, I'm Jiwon, and I'm hoping I can sit in on today's service and join y'all and learn more about UU and what that kind of looks like for folks. And as Pam mentioned, I'm also looking to do a couple interviews with folks and hear more about what your queer or transness identity or queer transness means to you and how you kind of negotiate that and see that with your relationship with being you.
Well, there'll be details on how to get hold of her in Tuesday's perspective. Is that right, Pam?
Yes, and I just put contact details for them in the chat.
Yeah, so you can either reach out to Pam or the contact info that Pam included.
Welcome. So glad to have you here with us.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
And now I invite us all to settle in, let go of our worries and that to-do list, and allow the beauty of the world to nurture us. All things are beautiful, not by a standard of pretty as seen by our eyes, but by an essence of sacred worth that is sensed by the Spirit. This is the root and heart of compassion and justice. Beauty is the threshold to divine goodness and a door into radical compassion. Contemplation trains our spirits to see this deeper truth. Over the next 4 weeks, we will pursue a contemplative life to deepen our spiritual capacities so that we might live as beloveds of life who extend goodness into the world.
For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. God of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise.
Like me, you may have grown up celebrating May Day, which is a derivative of the Celtic pagan holiday Beltane. This time of year in our latitudes, you can just feel the life force of our amazing universe come rushing back in. Earth-centered traditions speak of hearing the call of the ancient Mother Earth, saying, "Come out, stretch your wings, try new things, see all the beauty around you, know that you belong here." Our opening hymn today is number 1069, Ancient Mother, a traditional Navajo prayer recorded by the choir. Just a reminder that in person we can hum along, but we're not yet singing in enclosed spaces on Sunday mornings. And those of you at home who would like to sing along, remember to mute your Zoom microphone. And now it's time for the story for the ages, and I tested negative this morning, and so that I can tell this story without a mask, I'm going to sit back here and let you stay where you are this morning. You can hear me? Okay. It's spring. It's May Day. In fact, it's May 1st. Do you know anything about May Day? Who has celebrated May Day? A few of you, yeah. I remember as a little girl gathering flowers for May Day. During Beltane, people from the Celtic traditions celebrate the renewal of spring. Beg your pardon. Okay, let me start over here, please. During Beltane, people sometimes feed the fairies by leaving little offerings of milk and honey in places like hollow trees or the natural basin in a rock that's worn away by water. A tradition that I loved as a kid was May baskets, hanging them on the doorknobs of neighbors. Fairies and butterflies and flowers are some of the symbols of this time of year. Now, you know what a butterfly is. Have you ever held a butterfly in your hand? They don't weigh much. Look what I found in the closet this morning, isn't that great? They're very delicate. In fact, if you touch them, it can rub off the stuff on their wings, the little dust that helps them fly. And yet, maybe there's something hiding in the butterfly that we don't see. My story today is actually a true story from the book called Women Who Run with the Wolves. High on a mesa, under the hot New Mexico sun, at this time of year, the Hopi Native American tribe holds a whole day-long celebration, and it's become famous in all the parts around. Many tribal people and many visitors, spiritual seekers, make the hot, dusty climb to the top of the mesa and bake in the sun all day as they watch or participate in a day of festival and dancing. The highlight of the day's events takes place at the end of the day. It is the butterfly dance. And everyone's been waiting. Even after the dance is announced, the dancer takes her own sweet time to appear. While waiting for the butterfly dance in giddy anticipation, everyone chatters about butterfly maidens and the beauty of the native Zuni girls who danced in ancient red and black garb. Time passes and passes and passes. People jingle the coins in their pocket, suck their teeth. The visitors are getting impatient. And then unexpectedly, because everyone has been bored to scowls, the drummer's arms begin drumming the sacred rhythm. And the chanters begin to cry to the gods for all they're worth. To the visitors now, a butterfly is a delicate thing. Oh, fragile beauty, they dream. And so they are necessarily shaken when out hops Maria Lujan. And she's big. She's really, really big. She's big like the Venus de Milo, or Diego Rivera's heroic-sized woman who built Mexico City with the curl of her wrist. And Maria Lujan, oh, she's old, very, very old, like a woman come back from dust, like old river, old like old pines at timberline. One of her shoulders is bare. Her red and black blanket dress hops up and down with her inside it. Her heavy body and her very skinny legs make her look like a hopping spider wrapped in a taco. She hops on one foot and then the other. She waves her feather fan to and fro. She is the butterfly, arrived to strengthen the weak. She is that which most think of as not strong. Old, the butterfly, the feminine. Butterfly maiden's hair reaches to the ground and is as thick as 10 maize sheaves, and it's bone gray. And she wears butterfly wings, the kind you see on little children who are being angels in the school play. And so she hops, not like a rabbit, but in footsteps that leave echoes. She sways her feather fan up and down, spreading the earth and the people of the earth with the pollinating spirit of the butterfly. Her bracelets jingle. And she dances. The tribes are reverent and involved. But some of the visitors look at each other and say, "This is it? This is the butterfly maiden?" They're puzzled, and some of them maybe even disillusioned. They no longer seem to remember that the spirit world is a place where wolves are women and bears are husbands and old women of lavish dimensions are butterflies. Yes, it's fitting that the wild woman butterfly woman is old and substantial because she carries the world in her breast. Her back is the curve of the planet Earth with all of its people and animals. The back of her neck carries the sunrise and the sunset. Her left thigh holds all the lodge poles of the world, and her right thigh, all the she-wolves of the world. Her belly holds all the babies that will ever be born. The butterfly dancer must be old because she represents that the soul is old. She's wide of thigh and broad of rump because she carries much. This is her power. Carrying the pollen from one place to another, she cross-fertilizes. Just as the soul fertilizes mind with dreams, just as archetypes fertilize the mundane world. She brings the opposites together by taking a little from here and putting it there. A little is enough. A little goes a long way. A little changes much. This is what she teaches. This is how the butterfly does it. This is how the soul does it. Transformation is no more complicated than that.